lot of women have learned from the story of May Edochie, and also men from the story of Edochie. You see, when you look at the Holy Scriptures of both Muslims and Christians, you will find events, stories of human beings who walk the surface of this earth. And you will get to see how they reacted, how they handled certain issues and circumstances in their life. Well, we are on this earth now, writing our own story. At times, certain things happen in our lives and we think that God didn't do it well. Particularly when certain people are taken out of our life. I don't mean through their demise. No, in this context, not through their demise. Certain people are taken out and, you begin to feel sad. But eventually, when you look inwards and also look outward, you realize that God simply answered that prayer. Now, it might be that friend of yours that has been the bone, that has been the thorn in your flesh, bone in your throat. And you've been praying, asking God, oh God, you've been thinking about it, you've been speaking to the universe. And the universe decided to handle your request and you get angry. Like, why did this person, why did that? Now, May Edochie, she has been given a lot of accolades. I don't want to start pouring out some of these accolades because you all know that she is a woman who has stood her ground in humility. She's not the type that you will see ranting all over social media, trying to say, you took my this, you took my husband, you did this to me, you took my son, may God punish you, may God do, she held herself. And people said, no, we have to call her Queen May Edochie. We have to call her Queen May. We have to call her a virtuous woman. We have to call, in fact, any sin that she has committed that we know of. And some even said her sins are forgiven, even though they are not God. That's to let you see how she held and handled what happened in her life. It is not only about Edochie leaving her. Many people listening to me, some of you are single, some of you are separated, some of you are divorced. I'm kind of thinking that at least a larger percentage of those listening must have gone through one person living their life. So it's not something new that Edochie and May divorced. No, it's not something new. Now, this brings me to what Nathaniel Bassey wrote. I told one of our girls today, you think you had a breakup, but unknown to you, it was a deliverance. Some of you are crying and broken over a failed relationship, not knowing God's mercy delivered you from a lifetime of misery. You better wipe your tears and thank God. You will look back very soon and wonder what you were even thinking. God has a great plan for you. Cheer up, Jare. Blessings. How powerful. How powerful. How powerful. Like I said, it is not necessarily a man and woman relationship. There are different types of relationship. It could be a relationship between you and that your bestie. A relationship that is not symbiotic, it is parasitic. A relationship where that your friend smile whenever you are there, but behind you, spite and hate and all of that. It could be a relationship where that your friend looks for every opportunity, even when there is nothing to compete. She wants to compete. She wants to shut. She wants to dull you. She wants to dull your moment. He wants to dull your moment. Whenever you speak, that's when they know that they have their own opinion too. If other people are speaking, they don't have an opinion. But once you open your mouth, they have their own opinion. That's when they want to say something against what you have said. And they say they are your friend. And this type of people want to stick to you. And they know what they are up to. They know what they are doing. They know this is not right. But they want to stick to you as friends. When such people break away from you, do not cry. Do not feel bad. This brings us back to May Edochie and May. It is clear that if May Edochie had not walked out of the life of May the way he did, although he said he wanted polygamy, but if he had not walked away the way he did, I don't think that May would have aspired and actualized. There's a difference between aspiring and actualizing it. Yeah, there's a difference between it. She would never have done any of these things that she's doing right now. Some might say, oh, she's not complete. Who told you that being married makes you complete? Being married does not make you complete. It's when you are with that your best friend. That is what makes it complete. It is always okay for you to be single. Okay for people to live your life. It's okay. But what is not acceptable is for you to be in a relationship suffering and smiling. Now, it reminds me of what happened to a gospel singer in Nigeria, Ifesinachi. She was in this marriage, unfruitful marriage, wicked marriage, with a man who eventually did terrible things to her, and we heard about physical attack that ended her life. She spoke to her pastor. They said God does not like divorce, which is okay, which is true. But there are certain things about breaking away or divorce or separation that are important. That is why God has given us ability to process things. She did not leave that marriage. She left this world. And from what we heard, the man is free. Now, May Edochie and May have not gotten to that point yet where physical attack, battering, and all of that we know of. No, not at all. It has not gone into that point. But just imagine that May Edochie, gallivanting here and there, brought him Judy Austin to that home. Imagine what would have happened to May if she had accepted this polygamy. Is this not a life lesson? Nathaniel Bassey, you really hit this one. I told one of our girls today, you think you had a breakup, but unknown to you, it was a deliverance. This is actually Judy Austin and May Edochie being caught away from May. This is May's testimony shared by Nathaniel Bassey. I don't know what you guys think about this one. Drop your comment, like, and share. See you in the next update.